So this question says, what is the graph of the equation y equals 2 times 3 to the x power? Anytime I see a exponent that's a variable, I like to figure out, well, what happens when that variable is equal to 0, right? So we would have y equals 2 times 3 to the 0. 3 to the 0 power, like anything to the 0 power, is just 1. So this becomes y equals 2. So basically, when x equals 0, y should equal 2. So that tells us that our y-intercept should be 2. So we see that we do have a y-intercept of 2 for choice A. For choice B, we do not, so B is gone. For choice C, we also do not, so C is gone. And for choice D, we do, right? So just knowing this bit of information, we were able to narrow it down to only 2 options. The next thing to consider here is, what's the difference between A and D? Well, looks like I have a very good point here at x equals 1. When x equals 1, for choice D, y should equal 4. But when x equals 1 for choice A, y should equal 6. Well, that's something that I can test. And that's what I love about graph questions. You can always look for a point, or not always. A lot of times you can look for a point on the graph and then just plug that information in and check it. So let's see, is it true? Like, what happens when x is equal to 1 is the question here. So when x is 1, well, 3 to the 1 is just 3. 2 times 3 is 6, so y should in fact equal 6, which means it should be here where choice A says it should be, right? When x equals 1, y should equal 6. So A is correct and D is incorrect.